Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the back of a collage I just finished, and here's the front, and if you stay tuned I will show you how it came about. It all started with this book called Underwater Babies by this photographer who previously has a book called Underwater Dogs, where it's a similar concept. He takes photographs of puppies, babies underwater and captures their expressions. And as soon as I saw this book, I immediately was overjoyed. I knew what kind of collages I wanted to make and where I wanted to position them on the image. And then also I have a personal connection to these images in a way because I used to be a water safety instructor for babies and toddlers of this very age. And so I have firsthand experiences of experiencing that reflex that they have that causes them to hold their breath underwater anyway, for him to be able to capture these pictures and see the joy and the glee and the expressions on their face as well. So I was just very excited that I found this book. Immediately came home, made a collage. That's the collage you see there. And so now I'm going to make another one today. I always envisioned them being over a cityscape. So right now I'm going through some of the baby images and seeing what would fit on this city. I do feel like there's way too much sky in this image though. So I'll eventually be looking for another background. Gonna flip through this book about the outdoors in Switzerland, and there's beautiful images here, but a lot of them don't have enough sky space. The previous image had too much sky. These don't have enough sky. Oh, wait. Sometimes I leave collages in progress inside the books and I forget about them until moments like this. But anyway, I think, like I said, I wanted a juxtaposition of the babies in the water with cityscapes. I think I'll do eventually another one of them in nature like that, but I think I like the difference in that. That is going to be a collage at some point as well. This one is a good, in the runnings, I'll put a tab next to it, but I might have to go to a different book. Another collage in process that I have not glued down. It looks like she belongs there, right? Is he the one? Is he the one that's going to go up there? Maybe, but there's nothing for scale, really. I want to show how large the babies are in relation to the things that are under them. So I think that's why I prefer them being around the buildings. Could this be the one for him? Maybe. But I think I'm going to use him for another image instead. She's adorable, but I think that green and purple is just a little too stark for this picture. I got to find something else green for her. This baby might be the one. I thought it was on the back of the mermaid, so I was kind of bummed, but it's not on the back. It's on a different page. And this baby is reaching out as if it's touching the fountain. You've seen babies reach for splashing water. That's what that baby would be doing. This is definitely the one. Rip it out. You'll find out I should not have ripped it out. Why did I do that? I should have sliced it out just like that. Nice and crisp and clean. Kind of. Now I have my subject and I have my background, and I'm ready to decide which parts of this image to cut. I'm gonna go around the fingers and the arms because again I want it to look like the baby is reaching out over the city tops. Seeing where I'm gonna cut the sides, and then I'm gonna go in with the scissors. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna switch to an X-Acto and go around and cut out the fingers. I'm making sure to get close enough to the fingers that it doesn't leave an outline, but not too much to where I alter the shape of the actual little fingers. Delicate balance. Trying to fit the baby even closer to it, and I realized I need to cut out the center, which I did not need to cut out the center, and you'll see that in a moment. But I just needed to cut up along the edge of the baby a little bit higher, which I'm doing right now. Look, baby's grabbing onto everything already. So strong. Anyway, so you can see how I am realizing now that I shouldn't have cut off that section of water in between the baby's hands because I still needed it to be water, not buildings or sky. But I'll figure that out in a second. Right now I'm going to cut out these buildings, and I forgot that if I get too close to the paper, you guys will just be seeing the top of my head. So sorry about that, but I got to get real close to see what I'm supposed to be cutting. Once again, fitting the baby even closer to the city, and it's like a layer. It's like a layers type game. So it's grabbing the fountain, which is just what I wanted, but now I need to glue, or I need to tape that little section back so that there's water where water's supposed to be and not sky. And as you can see, there's like a little overlap. I need to bring the water above the sky so that water is in that little section. Grab some tape, tape that back. No one will ever know that that wasn't supposed to be cut out. All right, let's try this again and get everything positioned how I want it. But it's not sliding over to the right like I want it to, because why? I need to cut more of that building on the right out so I can slide the whole top image in place. Giving this a little trim. Perfect. This is exactly where I want it. The baby's placement, the hand of the placement, the baby's hand placement is just where I want it. And now I'm just going to start gluing before I even give it too much thought. Gluing the fingers, gluing the bottom. It's not my best glue job because I didn't have my roller in here, but I am getting everything in position so that it doesn't shift from where I want it. So usually I would glue all of this down and then take a squeegee or take a roller to get the papers really affixed to each other. But again, I don't have any of that in hand, within hand's reach, arm's reach. So, you know, it is what it is. But it still worked out well. Cutting down the sides, which are not the straightest in relation to each other. It's a straight line, but not in relation to each other. But that's okay. This is from where I swore earlier. Had I cut it out the book with an X-Acto knife, I wouldn't have had that problem. But, you know, you're living and you're learning. Cut that out. And here's the final collage. I'm very pleased with it. It goes well with the first collage that I made. Look at the baby's hand touching the water. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll probably make another one. Just stay tuned and I'll see you later. Bye.